Merry Christmas update. It's all holiday themed. Got the New Year's fireworks, the Christmas or Hanukkah or whatever you celebrate lights. Anyway, we're not here for that. We're here to play campaigns. Oh yeah, they added the medal things. And of course, I've beaten all the campaigns on hard. But I guess, other than the Art of War, they only give me bronze. Feels bad. Anyway, we're gonna start Attila, as it is our next campaign chronologically after Alaric.
A severed head on a pike seemed such a grisly trophy to be displayed in the chapel at Chalon. And yet it took me weeks before I got up the nerve to ask Father Armand why he kept it.
It just fit the
ancient
ambiance of the place.
stared out of the window for a long time, recalling days gone by. I was there, he said finally, at the Battle of the Catalonian Fields, fighting alongside Aetius and Theodoric the God. I knew there had been a battle here decades ago. Peasants still overturned skeletons and broken shields with their plows from time to time. Who was it, Father? I asked him. Who are you fighting? He turned back to regard me, paralyzing me with his old man stare. Attila the Hun, he said. And then he told me the story. The Huns rode out from the wilderness sometime in the 370s, eager to feast on a Roman Empire weak from internal corruption and the expansion of other barbarian tribes.
Oops, that might have been us.
It was the Huns who drove many of these other barbarians before them.
Yep, definitely
They
us.
were terrifying warriors from the steppes of Asia, their bodies disfigured from ritual scarring, their legs deformed from a near lifetime in the saddle.
Don't need to be rude.
Despite their fearsome aspect, the Huns might have been little more than raiders, had it not been for the leadership of Attila. He called himself the Scourge of God. Attila and his brother Bleda led the Huns not just to raid, but to devastate Scythia and Persia.
Devastated. Anyway, so yeah, this is gonna be the first campaign played when the medal system is in place, so I get to go back through all these campaigns anyway. Might as well get those gold medals while I'm at it. Attila must survive, and we need to make sure that Bleda is killed. We have a pop limit of 125, we have lots of ways to kill Bleda, and the Scythians can be allies. We initially have no troops. We have to get them from Bleda. Eastern Roman Empire is to the south, they're Byzantines, Scythians are to the west, they're Mongols, and Persians are to the east, and they are obviously Tartars. Just kidding, they're Persians.
You challenge my every decision. It is as if you seek to lead the Huns yourself.
Well, about that.
Very well. The Iron Boar lairs near here.
Oh, the Hun commander's
Let
still
the
here.
one who kills this mighty beast lead our people. This way, Attila. Follow. Bleda will lead us to ruin. Perhaps he should not return from his boar hunt. Accidents can happen. Tracks
Probably.
See if you can ride ahead and flush the boar out.
Flushing boar. Flushing the... Don't want the boar to aggro, do you? Okay, there we go. So yes, there are many ways you can defeat Bleda. All will have slightly different outcomes. I mean, yes, eventually you will have to kill Bleda, and then you'll get control of all the Huns. But you can, like, turn Bleda to enemy and kill him that way. You can let the Iron Boar kill him. You can kill the Iron Boar with him, and then he'll betray you, which is what we're going to do here. Attila has like a bajillion extra attack versus the Iron Boar.
Attila, that boar would have killed me had you not intervened. Pity that none will ever learn of your loyalty. Archers, attack!
So yeah, Bleda is going to betray you. Also, you can flee the Hun camp and like run across the river and get some villagers that way.
Attila returns to camp. He alone will rule the Huns.
So,
It was an ambush. Bleda
if
tried to kill
in my
Attila.
experience, if you stay and kill those
Bleda is not fit
archers,
to rule.
sometimes like the Tarkans will come and
Let us slay the
aggro
rest of the traitors.
on you as well, and that's kind of a headache. So yeah, just need to kill these archers, and then we'll get control of all the Huns. Just need to kill these archers.
Attila
There we
is
go.
king of the Huns. He will lead us to victory against our blood enemies.
You know it, BB. So then we'll get a bunch of resources. Let's just get loom. Anyway, yeah, we have our scout cavalry. You know, do some scouting. Anyway, now we have to defeat 2 of our potential enemies. There are 3. Obviously, Scythians, Persians, and Romans, who have now indeed been correctly relabeled to the Eastern Roman Empire. They used to be the Western Roman Empire. But in actuality, we're in the Eastern Roman Empire. So yeah, I guess that leads me to...
Some time ago, the Romans captured a number of Hun villages.
Yes, I'm already on my
Bleda
way.
arranged for their return, but I did not trust Bleda, and I do not trust the Romans. We should free them. No bargaining!
Never ever. Anyway, as I was saying, this is the first full campaign that I've done, that I was from classic Age of Conquerors / Age of Kings, but this is Conquerors, obviously. So I'm very, very familiar with these. Like, I've played the crap out of them. So, although they will hopefully not be too much of a challenge for me, I will try and take the opportunity to explain all the differences that I noticed between the classic versions that you played either on the CD version of the game or on HD, which, you know, they're pretty much the same. So yeah, like, one of the changes is, like, now they're correctly relabeled to the Eastern Roman Empire. There are some larger changes throughout the various campaigns that go beyond just simple name changes, but we'll get to those as we, you know, get to them. Anyway, why we're storming to the Romans already is, 1, they're pretty weak. They're only in the feudal age. This is just like a Roman outpost near the Black Sea or something. So we're pretty far from Roman / Byzantine power. I mean, Eastern Roman Empire, Byzantine, same thing.
We are saved.
But
I am the son of
main reason
a leader among my people.
is to get these vills.
You will be rewarded.
And our Tarkans are going to be good against all the archers and against the buildings. So, what we're going to do... there is an achievement for killing the son of Lypoxus and then defeating the Scythians, but we're not going to do that. I actually posted on Reddit today, showing off that I've gotten all of the achievements in the game, 100% of the game. In the future, I might do some of the achievements or go for them if I think they're especially challenging or interesting, but this one really isn't all that challenging or interesting. It's just you end up having to fight the Scythians, and I like making friends. Why make enemies when you can make friends? However, we're not gonna let him out of his cage just yet, because we need to prioritize taking down these production buildings, because the Romans have no villagers, so then they'll stop making units. So yeah, obviously you want to go to the Romans right away, that way you can free the villagers as quickly as possible, as those villagers will be more useful to you earlier on. Looks like the Persians have gotten to the Castle Age and the Bodkin Arrow. This is really annoying. I don't really know why this whole thing exists. It's just a little gold mine. This isn't the main Persian city, so you don't really ever need to attack it. It's just a watchtower and a gold mine with some stone walls protecting it. Anyway, there's plenty of fish and hunt over here, so we're going to work with that. This whole area to the west of your base is where you go if in the very beginning you choose to flee Bleda instead of kill him right away. Anyway, once we kill this barracks, then we'll let out the Scythian son of Lypoxus. Leopoxus, whatever his name is. Actually, that deer is just asking to be taken. I mean, come on, man. Okay, let's let the nice guy out. So yeah, there is, in essence, no advantage to killing him. It's not like maybe some of the other ones where you do get some advantage by, you know, going for a more challenging route. This is just makes the Scythians angry, and then they hate you and all that stuff.
Thanks for rescuing me. We nomads should work together. Perhaps if your leader, Attila, will visit our village in the west, our people can make an alliance. For now, a truce.
We will send Attila. Right now, we're just using Attila to bait the castle fire since he has the most HP, and they don't have murder holes because they're in the feudal age, and, you know, need to take down the castle to defeat the Romans. So yeah, now we got those extra 12 or so villagers, I think. Eventually, we'll need to use these horsey horses, because the Scythians apparently need them, despite, you know, having tons of horses anyway, but whatever. Once they'll ask for that once we send Attila over, and we'll send Attila over once this castle's dead. I don't want to risk losing him randomly. So the Scythians already... Wait, the Romans are neutral to us, but we're enemy to them? That's kind of weird. Oh, I guess that's so they don't attack the villagers. Yeah, the Scythians are neutral to us right now, so they're probably not going to attack us. And then we'll focus on taking out the true enemy, the Persians, who will field mostly cavalry of some kind and some mangonels. Oh, they also have a navy, so we might need to deal with that at some point. Castle should be dead soon, and then the Romans will, not for the first time, or I guess, yes, for the first time, but not for the last time in this campaign, will die. That sound is so weird. I think that just came in the update, or I'm just silly and haven't noticed it before, but it sounds like a frickin' like bubbles or something. I don't know. This Roman light cav was probably their last unit. Well, I think they have some fishing ships, but the last real unit. Die! Get him! There we go. Click up to Castle Age.
We owe the Huns more than our gratitude, but we desperately need 10 horses. If you could supply us with 10 horses, we will repay our debt of honor.
You see, the voice line doesn't actually match the text right there. They said they desperately need 10 horses, even though the voice line is we just desperately need horses. It may sound minor, but I noticed it, and I found it slightly irritating. Anyway, we'll focus mostly on making knights here, as the cav archers won't be nearly as good versus the Persians. So yeah, here's the Scythian base if you choose to attack them. They aren't walled like the Persians. Well, I mean, they just have a few palisade walls, that's nothing too big. But they have tons and tons of these guard towers here. And they have a castle. But this is what you get for giving them the horses. There we go. You get 18 Mangudai. And it's not like they're, you know, they're the Scythians units and then they transfer over to your control. It's actually better than that. They're just your units. So they benefit from all your upgrades. They don't benefit, I guess, from the faster fire rate from Mongols, but they benefit from everything else you get as Huns, which is obviously pretty good. So they'll be a nice supplement to our cavalry. We're gonna get a castle up down here. Ah, there's the Romans. Biting the dust. A little more wood. Oh, these villagers are totally bugging out. Oh well. Such is life. Ah, whoops. Yeah, here's the Persians' navy. Which is why we are going to build a castle, hopefully undetected. And then we can build some docks, build some fire ships, and then use the famous Hunnic navy to sink the famous Persian navy. Of course, that's not how it's going to work out. Maybe I can place it here. This one tower, man. As long as they're not ranging the villagers, that's fine. Oh yeah, the Scythians will help you out and attack the Persians at some point. Okay, awesome. You guys hunt, you guys go to lumberjacking. So yeah, just gonna make some knights, make some rams, maybe even make some Tarkans and then some ships. Don't really need to make any more cav archers since you get 18. Stupid units chasing, scouting knights. Or 19, I guess. I don't know. Oh yeah. I forget if I said it earlier, but if you lose all your Mangudai, they'll give you more. And they'll just keep doing that forever. So that's pretty nice. Hey, where's Attila? Don't want to lose him randomly. Attila, you'll sit yourself in the castle. You serve no purpose. Oh, come on, stupid shorefish. Aramindu. So, in case you guys did not see, the balance update just went live, which is why I did the whole thing in the beginning of the scenario. So that's pretty cool. Made a video on it. That's also on the YouTube channel that you're watching this right now. So yeah, check that out if you're interested. Oh yeah, gold. That sounds like a useful commodity. I don't remember them building stables near you. Oh, it's a shank off. Looks like these guys are in prison. Get ballistics. Also get some workshops going. Okay, awesome. So yeah, what so the big takeaways of the patch are Cumin and Step Lancer nerfs, which I think will make the Civ... Well, Cumin's in particular, I think will be alright still. The Civ has fully upgraded halberdiers, they have siege onagers, they have siege rams, they have a good eco still. They're gonna be just fine. Tartars, I think, might be a little on the weaker side. I think Lithuanians are probably gonna be kind of meh. Like, they'll probably be alright, but there are better options. And same with Bulgarians. It's not like I think they, like, totally over-nerfed the civs. I think that what the civs needed more than anything was a redesign, and they just nerfed the civs. Like, where they were OP, where they didn't give them any sort of compensating buffs in other areas, except Bulgarians a little bit. Oh yeah, also in that video, I think I mistakenly said that Lithuanians were getting their starting food nerfed. That was actually... it was going to be a thing, but then they took it away at the last second. So, that was my bad. In case you didn't notice, the Huns in-game speak the same language as Mongols. Mostly because we have no idea what the Hunnic language is. So, Ensemble back in the day was like, close enough. Oh, what? They got that thing done. Dumb. Just send a couple knights there or something. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, this campaign's most likely not going to be all that hard. I mean, this scenario is obviously not that hard. But I just mean in general, Attila shouldn't be too much of a challenge. Bye-bye. Running a little low on gold. There's a little more. Oh yeah, and if you're trying to decide who you want to fight, the Scythians, being nomads, have a lot of stone, and the Persians, being rich, have lots of gold. So you can see that there's lots of gold in the Persian area, and there's lots of stone in the Scythian area. If that is what... I don't know if that helps inform your decision-making or something. Why are you getting stuck, Rams? Keep happening! Honestly, we've just been using these elite Mangudai, not even elite Mangudai, just normal Mangudai. We've just been using these Mangudai more than we've been using any other cavalry. It's my, my secret bias towards all things Mongols. Huns are good, though. Who doesn't enjoy some good Hun gameplay? They're still probably the most popular civ, like, in the history of Age of Empires. I'm pretty sure in DE the most popular civ is Franks. Then it's like, you know, Celts, Goths, Teutons. Most of the Western European civs. Which is not too surprising. Hell, let's just make some Tarkans. Took out most of the stables, now we just need to mostly work our way through buildings. Persians have a castle somewhere over here, and they will make war elephants if you take too long, so don't do that. Wait, are they resigning already? Or did it just happen that all those buildings die at the same time? It'd be strange if they resigned already. Yeah, I think they just all happened to die at the same time. Anyway, there's a town center. They've only got the one. Your biggest enemies here are just towers, mostly. I do remember the Where are you guys going? Oh, they're gonna probably try and take down... Yeah. Thanks, Scythians. You're a big help. Will also be a big old help in the next scenario. Bloop. So once the Persians resign, we will be good to go. I guess compared to Scythians, they're probably around the same difficulty in terms of taking out. Might be a little bit stronger than Scythians. Against Scythians, if you are choosing to go against them, which I have done before, because I obviously had to get the achievement. Just make a bunch of Tarkans. Tarkans will kill everything. They only make ranged units, and the Tarkans will also be good against all those random towers and stuff. Persians are probably just a little bit more difficult, because you have to deal with walls as well. Although I guess if you're going against the Scythians, then you don't have them as allies, and they might be attacking you or something. I don't know. It's kind of splitting hairs. Anyway, I'm pretty sure they resign once you kill a certain amount of their villagers. Oh, hey, there's an elephant. Whoop. There we go. There's a nice Mangudai choke point. Anyway, the castles are around here-ish. Not sure what this body of water is, or it's supposed to represent. Oh, yeah, they're resigning. In fact, I don't even know what... I guess this is supposed to be the Black Sea? And this is probably the Caspian Sea, if I had to guess. Like, this would be the Danube. Persians. Make with the resigning already. Huzzah! Don't really think we missed too much of the map. It's the Persian base. You can see lots of gold. Lots and lots of gold. So yeah, I mean, you're almost certainly going to be defeating the Romans at some point, just so you can get those villagers, or if you want to ally with the Scythians. But other than that, pretty straightforward intro to our Hun campaign.
I asked Father Armand more about this legendary Attila the Hun, whom the stories always treat as more of a monster than a man. He was a man, the priest said, but he did not look like the Romans, nor did he worship the Roman god. That was the cause of all that was to follow. Father Armand shivered, as if from the cold breeze that blew in from the chapel's open windows. Kingship among the barbarians was not by divine right or lineage, but by who had the strongest will. Attila was the strongest of the Huns, and he reinforced his position by brandishing a rusty old blade and proclaiming it to be the sword of Mars, the old Roman god of war. Attila had a custom of fiercely rolling his eyes, as if he wished to enjoy the terror that he inspired.
Or he was just bored with how
He had a
noobish his
power over
enemies
other men,
are.
so that many chose to join him. Many foreigners joined his council, Scythians and Burgundians and Goths. It was not uncommon for Romans to do so as well. Several decades prior, the son of a prominent Roman family had been sent to the Huns as a hostage to ensure peace. The name of this boy was Flavius Aetius, a name not soon to be forgotten.
Nope. Anyway, here are the statistics. That's a nice KD. And that will be the Scourge of God, which you now have a gold medal for. Hooray! So next time we'll be doing the Great Ride. See you then.